So we click and we get this scenario intro. Let's read it. So, Turkish campaign 1897 to 1922, Battle of Velestino, May 5th, 1897. In 1878, the Ottoman Empire promised to give Crete wide autonomy, but never fulfilled the agreement. Clashes between Muslims and Christians in Crete became increasingly frequent, and in 1897, the violence led to a Greek intervention on the island. On 7 February, the Greek expeditionary force in Crete defeated an Ottoman force at the Battle of Livadea. 1 month later, I don't know how to pronounce this. Livadea. 1 month later, Greek irregulars crossed the border into Ottoman Macedonia. The Ottomans, numerically superior, reacted quickly, defeating the invaders and occupying the Greek province of Thessalia. Larissa fell on 27 April, while the Greek front was reorganized behind the strategic lines of Velestino. In Farsala, on 5th May, a Turkish division under Haki Pasha attacked the 9,000 Greeks under Colonel Smolensky, who were holding a strong position here. When I come upon such scenario intros, I just go nuts, like with how much I don't know yet of history and how much war there was outside of the wars that have been fed to us through mainstream, be it movies or games. Like, this isn't even the World War Zero, the Balkan crazy discotheque that went down right before World War One. This is even earlier than that. Anyway, we can show campaign intro, which is the same but for the whole campaign. I didn't read it, sorry, but next time. Sorry, I clicked the OK button and now we get the prompt for the turn. So it is the first turn, May 5th, 1897. We are Ottoman Empire. The human controlled, whatever. Main point is this. For brilliant victory to get maximum prestige, we need to finish this scenario on 10 terms. For a victory 13 and for tactical marginal victory 17. Obviously the faster you do it the better. If you take longer you lose. If you lose all your units you also lose. This button get after action report for the current setup, and this is check scenario settings, whatever. We will not get into this for now. Click OK and let's begin. So this is our army setup. Keyboard R, keyboard H if you want to get rid of the hexes, keyboard H if you want to have them. I'll keep them for now. Keyboard R to check our prestige. Prestige is like cash that you need to purchase units. So for example, if I want to use, this is heavy cavalry Savari, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, which are a good unit, I would need 288 prestige, so I cannot buy them at all. So we click out. So let's see our forces. There is two ways to do this. You right click each unit and get information, or you go to F, to headquarters, keyboard F, and you'll get them lined up like this. But I do prefer the map because, you know, spatial awareness and where everyone is. So let's start with these. Right click, Basibozuk. These are this like regimental identification. So under Suleiman Pasha, cavalry, 6th Cavalry Division, Cavalry Regiment. U-78, I forgot what it means. Ottoman Empire. Main, I think it means that it's your core unit. It will follow you throughout the campaign. 0 experience, no fuel needed. 5 ammunition, that means it can attack 5 times before you need to click this for supply or for replacements. When you do replacements, you resupply automatically. So let's say you're not damaged, you don't need replacements, you just do supply for free. But if you are damaged, if you lost some unit health, then you have two choices, either replacements or replacements green. I think it means you lose experience, but it's cheaper. 10 out of 10 strength, that's like HP, you could say health points, hit points, whatever. So let's say strength, 10 out of 10. 10 horses out of 10 horses. You can perceive it like that. I won't get in too deep into simulation. Range 1 hex, that means pretty much adjacent. Need to be adjacent to the enemy. Initiative 3, the higher the initiative, who has the higher initiative goes first. Spotting 3, it can see 3 hexes far. And you can see here. So this is the unit 1, 2, 3. Beyond it, fog of war. And movement method gallop. This is very detailed rundown on how movement works. So in clear, as you can see on top of this pop-up, in a clear field, if it's dry, it's normal cost. So 5. It will cost you 1 point to move. It will cost you 1 movement point to move 1 clear hex if it's dry, if it's ice, and it will cost you 3 movement points to move through a muddy clear hex, let's say after the snow thawed or after heavy rainfall. That means if there is mud, you will be able to move, I think, 2 hexes at most, maybe less. Especially if the second hex is not clear, but like forest. So you see forest is 2, 2, 2. Within the forest, instead of moving 5 clear hexes, you can only move maybe 2, maybe 3 forest hexes. Bocage, I think it means you'll have to move one by one. 254, it's like the maximum value of cost. So same as mountain. You don't have mountain movement, you have to do hex by hex because it's very hard to get through mountain or bocage. River is an interesting uh, data point. You see river, if it's dry means normal state, it flows through a river, it's hard to move, high cost. But if it's ice, it's frozen, then the cost is only 2, so you can still traverse frozen river, but not ocean. Anyway, sorry. uh, Gallop movement 5 points. That means in clear terrain you can move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hard attack, anti-tank, anti-metal 0, better not attack any tanks. Soft attack, anti-personnel 3, that's okay. Air attack 0, can't shoot at planes, will not hit. Naval attack 0, cannot sink any ships. Ground defense, I think it's like within a town or within fortress 3. Air defense, oh, I think it's like if you're being shot at. So this is like if you're being shot at, your defense is 3. If air defense is 4, that means basically like better than this, because back then airplanes were unreliable and it was only machine gun fire. Plus you have a horse, so you can evade, run left, right, whatever. So your air defense is better than ground defense. Close defense is lower than ground defense because this means melee engagement. That means the enemy unit moves in close to attack you. So like 2 cavalries clash into each other. Basically, this unit is rather it being shot at from an adjacent hex than being engaged in close combat from an adjacent hex. And range defense against artillery very high. Mount dismount. Can't embark here because there is no ship to embark. Supply I explained before. Rename unit. Oh, exit. So now we come to the tiles.